Hello, 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 everybody. Thank you so much for joining in. I am going to be ecstatic if my internet is going to be working, if I'm going to be able to see the comments. So this is going to be a really good night if it's all going to come together. I have to give a big shout out to my sister Michelle and my mom Carol for allowing me to come in and take over their house and move me into my other office. And so I'm very, very, very grateful for them. And so I'm just trying to make sure that we are in the right place so that I can see your comments. So let's just make sure. I think we might be good. Well, hi, Lori. Thank you. Thank you. So it looks like we are good to go, and I do have comments. So that is a very good thing. So for those of you that have seen my social media post, you are aware that I am doing some cute projects tonight with the You're a Peach. And so there is so much that I want to show you. So I really want to dive right in, but I do have some house where, you know, I've got some stuff to update you on because there's literally so much going on at Stampin' Up! Right now. But for those of you that might be new to my page, my name is Terry Brummagem, and I am the proud owner of craftslatte.com. And so please make sure that you sprinkle my page to your pages, like, comment. That's how I am able to engage and give prizes away. So if you like what you see, please just give me a like or a comment so that I also know that you are here. So with that being said, I am going to jump right in because, like I said, we have a lot to show you tonight. So how many of you are familiar with the peach? You're a Peach, Sweet as a Peach, suite in the new catalog. Have you received the new catalog? If you have not received the new catalog, please reach out. Let me know. I am happy to mail it to you, do a porch drop off, or pick up, however you want to do it. With that being said, we also have the new holiday catalog and celebration. Can you believe it? Look, I even have little notes for myself because I am not allowed to show you what is inside of the catalogs yet. But if you've made an order with me in the last year, your catalogs are on the way. Well, hi, Erin. Hi, Madison. Thank you so much. It's been peachy to see everyone come on tonight. So I'm excited to share that all of the holiday catalog and celebration starts August 1st. That's right, August 1st. So make sure if you do not have these, you're going to want to get on my list because I can already predict things are going to go fast. For those of you that are not familiar with celebration, for every $50 you spend, you get free stuff. And you already get that from me too. So let's say you place a $50 order and you get celebration. Well, you also get my new program, 12 PDFs. That's right, everybody. You get 12 free PDFs just for coming on, making a purchase, and earning celebration stuff. So start thinking about your Christmas. Can you believe it? Christmas in July. That's right. So December 25th is Christmas, right? So on the 25th of each month, I will for sure be doing Christmas projects in that month and more. But keep in mind, the 25th of every month from now on until Christmas, I will be coming on and sharing some Christmas stuff. So with that also in mind, I'm going to show you some sneak peeks real quick of a Christmas in July that I'm going to be doing December 25th. So if you are interested, all you have to do in the month of July is place a $35 order with me, and you're going to get these kits for free. I do everything for you except for the stamping. So if you like any of these Christmas in July cards, keep an eye out for that and keep that in mind when you're placing orders. So that will be our first Christmas in July projects. Those were inspired by Rhonda Wade, and I really like how they turned out. And so right now we are also having our big 15% off sale for select papers. If you have not looked up to see which ones they are, I do have a list. And one of them that we are using tonight, which is the Euro Peach 12 by 12, is 15% off right now. And so it's on sale for $9.78. And if you were to join my team, you can add this to your starter kit and get an extra 20% off as well. So keep that in mind. If you ever thought about joining my team, I'd love to have you. And you start off by earning 20% off in addition to all the other great sales we have, okay? And what I love about our designer series paper, everybody, is it's reversible. It is thick enough. You've seen me go live and do some gift bags. I just absolutely love our paper. These little circles over here are all of our coordinating colors. So when you are looking in the catalog, make sure, let's say you are starting out, and I get asked all the time, what should I purchase in my starter kit? Or what should I purchase from you so that I can get your free make and takes? Well, I would say concentrate on a color selection and have everything coordinate. So maybe there's one particular suite you like in the catalog, maybe the peach one. So then you would start to build with your coordinating cardstock, your coordinating ink, your coordinating ribbons and embellishments, everything. So that's where I would start. Don't go gung-ho like I did when I first joined. I purchased so much, and you know what? It just sat there because it was too much. So I would rather have you concentrate on coordinating certain items because that's what we are known for. And that's what I love about Crafts a Latte, that I get to come on and share my inspiration with all of you. If you want to see any close-ups of the designer series paper that is on sale, just let me know. I have it right here, but I will wait till the end to do that. But this particular suite, I absolutely love. I'm obsessed with it. So I'm going to be showing you 4 cards tonight. Wednesday nights is my online class. It's free to come on, watch, get my measurements. But if you do place a $35 minimum order in my online store, again, you get to have all those for free. So Wednesday nights is a little longer, because normally we would meet in person and have a great couple of hours, but I really try to prepare a lot of things now that I'm on live to speed things along. But if you have questions and I'm going too fast, please just stop and let me know, okay? One more announcement. I am so excited. A lot of you have been messaging me. Can we get together and just craft, but I'm just not quite comfortable yet meeting in person. Well, that's why I pay my monthly fees for Zoom, so that we can all get together online, not have to worry about being, germy, whatever, and we just stay protected on Zoom. So I went online every day to showcase the 10 kits that we have new at Stampin' Up. They range anywhere between $12 and $19. And so this Sunday, the 11th at 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, anyone who purchases a paper pumpkin kit or any of the kits gets to come on, and we're just gonna, fellowship, share crafts, and share our projects. And we're gonna be doing that once a month for at least the next 10 months. So if you don't feel comfortable getting together in person, join us on Zoom. As soon as you make a purchase of a kit, you will be invited to the private Zoom, okay? So, enough of all the housework. Let's dive in and show you how to do some fun things with this set. I am going to be showing you, it's in the other room. So, let me show you actually in the catalog. We have some little mini jars that are so cute. And so the reason I want to show them to you, sorry, they're in my other room because we're moving locations. So I just want to show you how cute these little jars are. So Saturday morning is usually coffee and a card or just a small project. I'm going to show you how to decorate these cute little jars with my peach set. And so be on the lookout for that, okay? And then I also, here they are right here. Look at how cute these little jars are, everybody. And if you are from Colorado, we are waiting for our Palisade peaches. And so I thought that these would be so cute. You can do some jams. You can just put candy in there. I'm actually doing a craft show here in Loveland on November 20th. And I'm going to be doing some fun little things with these little jars. So keep an eye on that. That's what we'll be doing Saturday. So, It has been just peachy to have you guys on tonight. I'm just loving that word. Oh, Matt, we love you. Dakota and Greta are watching too. Oh, I love you guys. I'm so happy to see you. Hi, guys. I'm sending my hugs and sprinkles your way. It was so fun getting together with you guys at church a couple weeks ago to do the kits. Okay, love that paper. And the color's adorable. Yes. Oh, my gosh, Abby. Well, aren't you just peachy? Well, yes, I am. Just, assume that I'm from the South because I'm as peachy as they get. So anyway, this is the stamp set and the dies that we are using tonight. Sweet as a peach, and the dies are called peach dies. So remember, everybody, if you are new, save 10% by purchasing these together. If you spend $35 or more tonight until Sunday, you're going to get the kits to make these for free. All you have to do is place an order at my Stampin' Up! Online store, and then you will get tonight's cards kits for free. I do everything for you except for the stamping. Stampin' Up! Does not allow us to stamp, so it's in your best interest to get this set together, save 10%. Okay, so with that being said, this is the paper that we're using tonight, and let's jump right in. I have tried to pre-do as much as I could tonight. And so the first card we're going to do, I even have the PDF ready to go for you and everything. So just let me know if you need help with placing an order. So on the first card that we're doing tonight, I kind of did a poll with my family. It's so interesting how everybody liked a different card. So out of the 4 cards, everyone pretty much liked a different one that was their favorite. They liked them all, but I kind of designed these to be duplicable for beginners, and then you can take it up to casual or avid just by changing a few things. Well, hello, Deborah. Howdy from Kansas City. I hope that you are doing well. She just had a complete hip replacement, so she's getting to watch from her couch. So some of the product that we're using on this particular card is, this is how your kit will come. Once again, by placing an order, you get 4 card kits. So this is how they will come. So we start off with the thick basic white cardstock, okay? And then what I did is I ran a 5 1/4 by 4 piece of basic white through the Stampin' Cut and embossing machine with our new Bark 3D embossing folder. I love it. I don't know how close I can bring it up to you. But it gives an amazing texture, and just that little bit adds such a big difference. So I just ran it through my machine here. I'm using opal rounds to do my flowers as the final touch, and then I've got some of the, oh my goodness, balmy blue. I just had a brain freeze there for a minute. So again, all the measurements are going to be on the PDF. So the Designer Series paper, again, it's reversible. So what I really like about the kits, everybody, is it is a starting ground for you to have inspiration to do it however you see fit. So maybe you prefer this side, okay? Or maybe you want to use a different stamp set and dies. This is just the base for you to work off of, okay? So let's go ahead and start doing some gluing and different things. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna bring out the Mossy Meadow ink pad. Well, hi Debbie, good to see you as well. So I've got Deborah and Debbie. And so I'm gonna go ahead and use the Happy Birthday stamp set. So if you've been following me, I really am trying to stamp before you stick, it's called. So I'm trying to do my stamping ahead of time on each card to make sure that, you kind of keep stuff clean and everything else. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is a photopolymer set. This is a G block. This is one of my favorites. So it's see-through. Hi, Carol. How are you on if you're not even home yet? Boy, I am just so grateful and blessed to have all of you on tonight. It's just peachy to have you join me. So I'm just stamping directly onto the basic white, okay? Now, when you are using photopolymer stamp sets, you want to make sure that you have some kind of a cushion on it. It just gives you better stamping. So we sell them at Stampin' Up. I happen to have a mat. So this wonderful wood grain here, I have wood grain desk, but to not ruin my desk, I have a padded mat, which is how I'm able to stamp without using the mat. But sometimes I still do. So that's the only stamping that we're going to be doing on this particular card. So I have my basic white strip here. And then I'm going to take my non-ribbon shear scissors and I'm just going to cut it in angles. So what we're doing on these cards tonight is we're kind of showcasing different ways to add different shapes, dimensionals, etc. Hi, Mom, Abby and Maddie. Michelle, welcome back. Coral, oh, Coral, you're back. Welcome back, Coral. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining me, everybody. So now what we're going to do is our stamping is done, right? So I'm going to put that aside. So I am ready to go ahead and start building my card. So another project that we're using on, I think all 4 cards, I'm going to be using this really fun Baker's Twine Essentials pack. You get 4 colors of this twine. This is very, very popular. People really like to use the twine. So what I did is I went ahead and started in the back, and I'm going to actually rope this around twice, like so, okay? And then what I'm gonna actually do is, let me rephrase that. I'm gonna make sure that it's long enough over here so that I can tie a ribbon on the side. Now you don't have to do this part. You can wrap the twine around and then add your bow while you're doing it, or you can wrap it around and then tie your bow individually. And so I tried to do my bows ahead of time because for those of you that don't know, I was in a pretty serious car accident on my 19th birthday and my hand was completely paralyzed. And so I've had a couple of surgeries. And so you know what? I am so blessed to have the movement that I do have in it. But you know what? Sometimes when I've been preparing a lot, which is very therapeutic for me, so it gets tired a lot, I just have to kind of come on and be like, okay, Lord, let me be able to use my fingers. So this particular one, though, I wanted to show you different ways to use the twine with doing bows before, after, etc. So not too bad. Not too bad. So I like how it is opened on the double side, okay? And then you have your bow over here. You can crisscross it, have it open however you see fit. And then, you know, I could fiddle with this all night because I am particular about my bows. But I am going to just go ahead and accept what it is. And now I'm going to bring in my ribbon shears because I like to keep them separate. As I say that, they're probably in one of my totes already because I was trying to be so organized, and that's exactly where they are. So these are my ribbon shears. I only use it for my ribbon because I want them to stay sharp. And so I save all my pieces. And so now I am ready to go ahead. I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Seal. This is Stampin' Up's adhesive strips, or because we also have liquid. We have dimensionals. We have tear and tape, we have different kinds. So now I'm just going to adhere this directly onto my embossed basic white layer, like so. Then I'm gonna bring back in my Balmy Blue and my Designer Series paper. Again, you know what, don't worry about any of the measurements because I will have those for you on my blog at craftsalatte.com. And you get a PDF included when you do get the kits, okay? So how is the lighting, everybody? I need to ask how the lighting is because my family has been working real hard with me to make sure that I have internet, that my workspace is good for everybody to see. So you'll have to give me a heads up how we're doing on that. Alrighty, so now I like to take my pick tool and pop them off because then it collects the sticky part and then you take them all off at one time, throw them in the trash so that you don't have it all over the house, right? So I'm just bringing this and I want it to overlap just a little bit, just in the center there like so. And we are ready to go ahead and adhere it. And I'm gonna go ahead and lift these with dimensionals too. And so let's just go ahead and put one in all 4 corners. Okay. And we are almost done with card 1. And I haven't decided if my card number 2 or my card number 4 is my favorite. So you all will have to make sure you let me know which is your favorite when we're done. And again, these cards are meant to be inspiration for you to change it up. You can add different things. If you like the glitter look, the beauty look, you know, maybe you want to use the Wink of Stella. You can do whatever you want to add fun different things. So now I'm going to bring in my 3 flowers. And how I did that, everybody, is with the dies. So these particular flowers I did not stamp first. The lighting is good and sunny, but a couple glares from blind maybe, but doesn't bother me honestly. Oh, okay. Boy, I wonder which one is giving us the glare. I'm going to shut one off and let's see if that helps. Thank you for the input. Love that. So here's our dies. And so what I love about the dies is it will actually cut out the 3 flowers all at one time. Love that. Same with the peaches that you'll see as we progress tonight. Okay. So let's go ahead to try to keep the area picked up a little bit here. Let's go ahead and get this glued down. And you got to be real careful because we have embossed this layer. The adhesive likes to lift up. So just have some patience and go a little bit softer. I am known to be a little heavy with my adhesive. And so I've just learned that, you know what, it's good to have patience and go a little slower, like my family always says. Oh my gosh, which brings up, I've been getting so many messages today. Yes, everybody, I was on Wheel of Fortune. And cute little story behind that my sister Michelle, who's a special ed teacher, you've heard me talk about her all the time, right? Well, she called me one day and said, Wheel of Fortune is in Denver. Let's go. And so, of course, I wasn't going to say no. Well, what ended up happening is little Abigail was just a little girl. I was trying to remember when I was talking to my girlfriend today how old she was, and she was maybe more on the 6-month line. While I'm talking, you guys, what I'm doing is I'm just bringing in some glue dots, and what I could do is put them directly on the glue dot and then lift it with my pick tool. You can do it however you prefer, okay? So let's go ahead and lift this up, and I'm going to go ahead and start layering them just directly on like so. And we'll go ahead and do this one, and then we'll do the smallest one. You can have them wherever you want. But anyway, so we spent all day in line. It was like a cattle call down in Denver. And I think it was because my cute little Abby was with us, and it was just a combination of stuff. Well, anyway, I get the call that I am on, and my sister didn't make it. So it's always been a conversation that, yeah, I got to be on Wheel of Fortune, and she didn't. So my niece Kayla found the videos and posted them because we had VHS tapes of it. But as you know, well, for those that may know, we lost quite a bit in our flood, so I no longer had the videos. Well, my niece found them, and we were all so excited. It was so fun. So if you want to see my Wheel of Fortune, I made it to Thursday's show and Friday's show. And so you'll have to go to my Facebook group, or my personal page, I should say, and you can watch my Wheel of Fortune. So there we have it, everybody. What do you guys think? So that is the first card. So you'll have to let me know what you think. Very simple, okay? So then let's go ahead. I'm going to put these right here. Did that help with the glare when I shut that light off? You'll have to let me know. So that is card number 1. Card number 2 is probably my favorite. It's a little bit more detailed, okay? But I just love it. I love the dimension, the layering. So let me go ahead and get everything out here and show you what we're going to do with this one. And so, like I said, I pre-did some stuff to make things go faster. So, again, this is how your kits will come, like so. And so I have pre-done a lot of the cutting and everything for you. Again, the only thing I cannot do is the stamping. So I started off with early espresso. And how I got this really fun scallop was I brought in the dies, the scalloped and contour die. So I absolutely love, love, love this new set. I use this one a lot. And if you know me at all and follow my page, you know that I really try to reuse product so that you get a good buck for your dollar. So that is all I did. I just kind of eyeballed it. It's a standard 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay. And then I just went like this and I ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And in seconds, there we have our frame. Okay. So then what we're going to do is I'm going to leave this up here for you to see. And let me clean up some of this mess so that you can see all that I'm doing here and still see the card. Okay. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to do the stamping first. So I'm going to bring in my little scratch piece of paper. This is the grid paper that I love using for scratch paper as well, and I can also use it as a ruler. So what I like to do is I kind of like to lay everything out first. This is going to be going here, and I like to take my bone folder and score it real good to give it a crisp edge. Okay, this is going to be my strip here, and then this is going to be my layer. So now, after it's all said and done, then now we have our basic white that I'm going to bring in the leaves or the branches from the stamp set, as well as the 3 peaches. Now I'm going to show you a couple of tricks that we did on this particular set. So what I did is I'm going to go ahead and stamp the branch with the old olive ink. So I'm going to set that there. And then I'm going to stamp the sentiment with early espresso. So I've got that ready to go. Okay. And then what I did is, because I can't stamp for you, in the kit, I went ahead and punched out peaches. So because you can't stamp, because I can't stamp for you, but this is just more reason for you to get the bundle so that you can stamp it on the white. And because we're stamping off too. So what do I mean by that? Well, what we do is we're going to go ahead and come in with the Calypso Coral. Okay. If you like a dark peach, then you can keep it dark. So you would just go from here directly onto the basic white cardstock. Okay. But what I did to kind of give the lighter shade is I went ahead and make sure that I have a good stamp on it. And it doesn't mean pushing really hard. And if you get ink all around your block, you need to stop. That means you're pushing too hard. It just takes gentle stamp, patting. And then what I like about the photopolymer is you can see. So I purposely did this to show you that if you are getting it around the edge, then you're pressing too hard. But since I'm going to be punching these out anyway, or die cutting them out, I'm fine with that. But I'm going to stamp here on my scrap piece of paper, and then I'm going to stamp off, it's called, and then I'm going to stamp it. So it's a preference if you like the dark peaches or if you like the lighter peaches. So it's called stamping off. You stamp onto your scrap first, and then you stamp onto your image. And then what you do is you come in with the dies like this, and the way that I can tell is this one has a little bit of a point. So you just come in like so, run it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and voila, because we are live, we have the peaches cut out. So I was showing you earlier how it will cut out all 3 at one time. So I really like that. Let's see where we need to make sure that we are cleaning the stamps as we go. So what did I do with my, oh my goodness, it's right in front of me. So my Simply Chamois, you know how much I love my Simply Chamois. This is my biggest tools, is look at how fast it cleaned that. So before I put my stamps away, I like to make sure it's clean. So we are actually ready to stamp the basic white cardstock with the Old Olive stamp, because then we're going to layer the peaches, okay? So again, you don't need to push real hard. That looks good. And then it is upside down, if you can tell, because then we're going to be tying our double ribbon, okay? So then I'm just going to come in, and I could have a piece of scrap underneath it if I wanted to, and also my mat, but I don't need it, okay? And so why did it come out? I should have maybe stamped off a little bit too, but what I love about this is how it'll come out different every time you do it, okay? So how much are you loving the peaches? I mean, when I saw this, I knew that it was going to be one that I wanted. So let's go ahead and give it a layered effect. So we're going to go ahead and put our dimensional on each peach, okay? But before I glue them down, let's go ahead and come in with our early espresso now and do our sentiment, because if something happens, we want to make sure that we can either flip it over and do the other side before we do our peaches. I'm going to try to do this straight in the camera and not get my head in here, okay? And you don't like wobble it, you just push down. So thank goodness that looks good. So now we're ready to go ahead and take off the sticky off of our dimensionals here and throw them all away at one time. And then just start layering your peaches. I mean, it's like they knew that we were going to do this, and that's why there's these spacings in here, like so. So I think I'm going to maybe lean this one a little bit that way, and then put this one up here. And then this is going to be the challenging part, I know. So we're going to go ahead, and I thought that I had pre-done this. It might have been in one of the other kits. So we're going to go ahead and tie this in a ribbon, and I'm just doing it as a double ribbon, and that needs to be a little bit shorter. So I tried to measure out how much you would need, and I always try, you know, to give some leeway, and so knowing that you're going to be cutting it, right? So then you bring it in, come on. It's not the easiest to do with the double. And so if I don't get it on the first try, then we are going to do it as a single. But I think that we are actually good. So again, we're just adding some different dimensions, right? So I'm going to go ahead. Okay. Well, maybe not. Okay. So do you like the double look, or do you like just the one strand? Because it can be some work, but it looks cute when it's done, okay? So then if it gets to be too small, then that's another reason I like the pick tool. And I hope you're all staying on with me and be patient with me with my bows, because, you know, sometimes I have some issues, but I'm trying here. So I might just leave it like that, and then I'll come back and cut it later. Come on. We'll just go ahead and do that like so. And then I come in with a glue dot, and I'm just going to put it directly on like so. And then go ahead and put that up at the top. And I'm going to fiddle with that later, because I obviously don't like the look of that. But there we go. That looks better. So I'll just cut some more of this off with my ribbon shears like so. And you know, like, you know what? I heard a saying today, It's better to be done than perfect. Better to be done than perfect. I really liked that. Just like, you know, sometimes I won't edit my videos or something because I want to get it up and shared to you guys. Well, nothing has to be perfect. Just has to be done sometimes, right? So I have learned with coming on and giving you guys inspiration, or at least I hope I am, that, you know what? I love that it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? So let's go ahead and do the inside first. So what I did is I'm just going to adhere this strip to the edge. Okay? And again, you could use the peach side up if you wanted to. But I just love the different prints that we have that coordinate with each other. I mean, I just can't say it enough that I just love how Stampin' Up! Everything's coordinated. And that's why I absolutely love what I do. I get to come on and share with all of you. And what I love too is how many people smile as big as they do when they get, like, let's say a thank you email. The impact of sending a card that says thanks so much is, I wish I could see the smiles that are left on people's faces when they receive beautiful cards in the mail. So it's another reason why I love doing what I do, because I am able to inspire others to make beautiful projects to put smiles on people's faces. And I truly, truly hope that the card making and giving picks up again, because, you know, it's so easy to just send a text or an email, but don't you just love getting a card in the mail instead? I mean, like, what a difference. Okay, so there we have it. So far, what is your guys' favorite? Now, this one I just left alone. I did not add any embellishments, any jewels, because I thought it would take away from the beauty of all of it. So there is our card number 2. Okay, now what I have been loving that my clients are doing is, especially since it's summer, people have been crafting with their kiddos, which absolutely brings me such incredible joy. And so this one's more for the kiddos, in my opinion. You'll have to tell me what you think, but in addition to some of the other product that we have been using, we are using layering circles. So yes, we got rid of a lot of our shaped dies. So this one is an absolute must. If you do not have layering circles, I highly recommend it, because they will get used a lot, and I mean a lot. And so that's why I wanted to show that as well. So we are going to go ahead and start off with our crumb cake card base. That is a great card, super cute. Oh, thanks everybody, beautiful. I love it when you guys engage with me and comment, because, you know, it kind of gets lonely here by myself, and even though we are all online, I feel like we're fellowshipping together. So I really, really, truly appreciate and am grateful for your comments and coming on with me. I love it. So again, we're doing the 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4 crumb cake base. The first thing I did is I came in and I stamped these little flowers with the crumb cake ink, because remember, we want to try to do the stamping first. You got to stamp before you stick. And it's easier to do that as well, to try to do all the stamping ahead of time. So I'm just going to randomly stamp, and you can stamp off. You could do what I'm doing and stamping directly on, or you can bring in your scratch paper. And another way that's called stamping off is, see, you've got 3 flowers here, but I'm going to purposely stamp off and get some on the edge here. Okay, so I'm just going to randomly stamp here, and I did a little bit of a boo-boo there, but I'll be able to fix that. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make this the inside, put a piece of white cardstock, basic white to be specific, so that it will cover that. So let's go ahead and reverse this and make this the front, okay? and take your bone folder to give it a crisper. And I need to not get, so see how much ink I have on my block? Because I was trying to hurry. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean that and pay better attention of what I'm doing. So again, we're just randomly stamping these flowers. So what we're also trying to do with everybody is make sure that you're utilizing all of the images on the stamps, right? And so what better way than to just make your own background? Pretty fun, okay? And you can make it as dark or as light as you want. So let's go ahead and close that up. Then what we did is, let's go ahead and move this out of the way. And let me go ahead and clean my clear stamp here, okay? Put it in my little block here. And so let's go ahead and stamp the peach first, because again, we want to try to do all of the stamping first. So let's go ahead and bring in the scrap again first. So what I did is, again, I went ahead and pre-cut your peach and your leaf for when you stamp at home. But I find it easier to stamp first and then use your die cut. So any of the cut pieces that require stamping, you would have to use with your bundle, if that makes sense. So what I went ahead and did is, I'm going to show you, I took the peach stamp, and when you first look at it, so I'm going to use the pale papaya. You might think, oh, it didn't stamp right. It's an instinctive stamp, so it's meant to have shading on it. It is meant to not have a full solid stamp. So there's a couple of different shadings that I did that I wanted to show you. So you could go real dark, okay? And it's meant to not have a solid. So I actually really like how that color turned out, but for this card, we're gonna go ahead. I just wanted to make sure to show you how I did it, that you don't need to continue to ink it thinking that it's not stamping directly right. Okay, so what I did then is I came in with my peach die, and I already punched it out for us. And then I did the same thing with the leaf. I love this color. It's called Soft Sea Foam. And so I just came in and dabbled it and stamped. So there you would have both images that you can run through the machine at one time. So I also try to stamp as many images as I can and run it through the machine just one time. So with that being said, I already cut the leaf out as well. So now we have our leaf and our peach. And let's move this out of the way. So, and then let's just start layering. So what I did with the layering circles, we have solid shapes, and then we have scalloped and even starred like shapes, okay? But this star looking one, I actually use Tasteful Labels. I use this one a lot as well. It has a lot of different size shapes instead of just circles or squares. So I use that one. So Tasteful Labels for this one. And then we use that set on another one as well. So what I did is, we're just going to start to build our card. So I know that we've got dimensionals on the crumb cake. So let's just go ahead and put 4 random on here and set that aside for a minute, because I'm going to come in and I'm going to lay this green circle flat. Okay, so let me get some of my projects out of the way here. Okay, so that you can see better. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and again, you could flip it, but what I did, it's the reverse paper of this one, if you can tell. So again, you try to utilize as much paper as you can. And, you know, I say this all the time, but don't throw anything away. You can use your scraps on everything. So I'm just going to layer that right into the center there, like so. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of lay my pieces out how I want them before I glue them all down. So these two here, I'm going to lay flat. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to use my stamp and seal. Okay. And actually, let's lay the pale papaya circle down first because I want to layer the second circle on top of it. All right. Remember when I told you that sometimes it doesn't want to be my friend? You just have to kind of keep fiddling with it. Okay. It might be getting empty here. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put my peach there, or pale papaya to be specific. And then let's put our designer series paper there. And then let's go ahead and use the pick tool again and pop these off and lay it like so. Then we've already cut our peach, but let's go ahead and layer the peach and the leaf as well. So I'm just going to put one on the leaf, and then I'm going to go ahead and do two on the peach. Okay, and sometimes I like to see, I'm just one that loves my take your pick tool to take these off. I personally think it's easier. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I wasn't paying attention. I did not stamp my sentiment for my peach. So, have a peachy day, and that is because I did not take it out. So what we're going to try to do is, let's see if we can stamp it. I doubt it. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. I'm not going to be able. So I'm going to just real carefully take these off. So this is another reason why you want to make sure that you do all of your stamping first. Because if I was to try to stamp with these humps on here and not get that flat image, then that would not be good. Okay? So I was able to just take those off and bring back in my scratch paper here and move my dimensionals. And let's go ahead and stamp. And I did that in the early espresso. Okay, so have a peachy day. We are going, I just love all these really cute sayings, don't you guys? You're sweet as a peach. Have a peachy day. I mean, I just think that's so cute. So let's just make sure we tap and then come down to make sure that you have room for your ribbon. And I'm glad that I caught that before we went much further. Aw, thanks guys. I'm so glad that you like them. All right, so now let's go ahead and put those dimensionals on for real this time. Okay, and we put one here. And we are almost done with our third card. So they're easy. They just sometimes take steps, but the payoff, I just think you can't put a price on it, you know? Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of have a peachy day there, and I'm gonna put the leaf just underneath it a little bit, and I like to kind of fold it so that it makes it look more real. And then I already tied my bow here with the crumb cake twine. So let's go ahead and get another glue dot here and put it directly on there, because I don't know if you can tell, but the bow is trying to twist up. So what I like to do is I put it on there and I try to get it to where it stays flat. Sometimes it's just inevitable that it's not going to. You know, sometimes they have a life of their own. So I'm just going to go ahead and push down like so. Cute, cute, cute. So this one, we are going to bring in some of the Genial Gems. And I did the lighter ones, and I just randomly placed, and I do things in odd numbers. So I'm going to do 5, but I'm going to switch up the colors a little bit. So maybe I want to just put one there. Let's do a pale papaya one. Let's just do it there. Let me see what a big green one would look like right there. I actually like that. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need a 5th one. Let's do another pale papaya one, and let's do that over here in the middle of the 3 flowers. Okay, so there we have it, everybody. I can't say it enough. I'm literally obsessed with these peaches, and I'm excited. So there is our third card. What do you guys think? So have a peachy day. All right, so there's our third one. And this one is probably, well, I said the last one was, or the second one was, but this one might be my favorite too. Thanks for being sweet as a peach. So let's go ahead and bring out all of our parts here. We've got our stamps. This one has a couple of different ribbon challenges for me, so we'll see how we do. Please, I say in advance again, please be patient with me when we're doing the ribbon and the twine, and we'll see how it goes. So we have some different things done ahead of time. Again, we're doing different shading. So let me show you where all we're at here. Okay, so what we've done is we're going to go ahead and show you what I did here. So this is the Scalloped and Contour dies. You've seen me use that one a lot. And again, we're utilizing as many pieces as we can, but look at how pretty this is, you guys. I just love these scallops. And we can use them in so many different ways. So then I just took the Small Peaches Designer Series paper, and what I did is I went ahead and glued it down first. So let's go ahead and adhere it to the basic white scallop that's been cut out. Okay, and let's just try to get that centered on here. Okay, then what we did, let me move some of this out of the way so that it doesn't look so messy. And then I took the white baker's twine, and I kind of did the effect that I did with the other one where I wrapped it around a couple of times. But with this one, what I did is I brought it through the hole, okay, bring it through, string it through the hole again, and you could either just have the one there or bring it through and overlap it again, okay. So I'm just bringing it through, and I just want to make sure, what I think is going to be easier is bring it through, and I don't know if you saw that I tightened it because I want to be able to just do my bow by itself instead of trying to do all that twisting. So you just want to make sure that you have, it might be easier to show you what I'm talking about on this side. So let's move this. So I'm going to go ahead and glue it down, but give myself, so we aren't wasting, I'm going to go ahead and pull this over, and I'm just going to use regular Scotch tape, okay? And I'm going to hold that there, because then you're going to look over here to see how far apart you want it, okay? And actually, you know what I could have done, which I think I might still do, is let's go ahead and pull that out and bring it through the third hoop, okay? So what I'm trying to show you guys is using like monochromatic white on white, and it's simple, but yet enough, right? And so I'm gonna go ahead and pull this one out and pull it through this hoop instead, okay? So let's go ahead and pull this one out actually, and bring it next to the other one because I like more spacing on it. And I think that I decided to do this and then I forgot that that's what I did. But you know what? I would hate to be perfect. That would be awful boring. So you get the gist of what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to have it overlapping more. Okay. Oh my goodness, what is going on here? It's getting all twisted. Of course, I should have probably just left it the way I had it. There we go. That was far much more harder than it needed to be. And then let's just go ahead and bring another piece of tape in here. And we can go ahead now and save that for another project. But it just kind of gives it some different dimension, okay, like that. So then we can go ahead and I will do the bow at the end. So what we're going to go ahead and do is let's bring our scratch paper back in because we want to do our stamping. So since I've already shown you the different ways to do the peaches, I liked that this one was a little bit darker. So we're going to go ahead and use that. So that's already stamped. Then what I did is with the, let's see, this one I used Old Olive. And so we are going to go ahead and do Sweet as a Peach. Let's see, right here. We're going to do Sweet as a Peach, but I'm going to kind of lay it out how I want it because we want to make sure that our sentiment that I've already done and ran through the Stampin' Cut and Embossing machine. And so I'm going to be layering that up, but to kind of see where I'm putting things, this is going to determine where we're going to stamp because I still want to have it be a flat surface. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get a straight stamped image, right? So let's go ahead and close that up and then we're done with our stamping. So let me go ahead and move all this out of the way. So again, you could either do light or dark. This is the stamping off, but I thought it looked really nice doing it this way. So let's go ahead and pop our images with our dimensionals first. Okay, and I think I might be running out of, before I cut a new set, I'm going to show you. So like I said earlier, you never throw anything away. So these are the extra bordered pieces of your dimensionals. So you don't want to throw those away because you can see how much I can get use out of them. So I'm going to do either side of the peach. I'm going to do the leaf here. Okay, and then I'm also going to do, and I just realized well, that's okay. Let's go ahead and do all four sides of the label here. Have you guys decided if you have a favorite or not? Okay, so I think we're good with that. And then this one, I'm going to come in with our mini dimensionals, or you can also use glue dots, but I think it looked good lifted. So again, we have these little minis. So we are just going to put one on either side. And I probably could have cut them in half, but you can see that they fit just fine. So let's go ahead and move that out of the way. And let's go ahead and start doing some layering now. So let's go ahead, take the stickies off. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and lay this about right there. And then the peach. Now I'm getting too many on here. Everyone still with me? I appreciate you being patient. It's worth them being so cute, right? Okay, so then we're gonna put the stem or the leaf, whatever you want to call it, right there. And then thanks for being as sweet as a peach. Thanks for being patient. That these are worth it. So we're gonna go like that. And then we have our crumb cake bow already done. And again, we will put that on a glue dot here. And put that like so. I just love that it's like that added little touch. And then we're gonna go ahead and adhere this to the card, and then we'll do our final white bow. And so you guys will have to tell me, do you like it simple and no the embellishments, or do you like adding jewels? So you'll have to tell me if we should add any of these green gems, for example. So while you are deciding if we should add any, do you like it just the way that they are? Or should I add some of the gems? And you can be deciding while I finish my last bow here. Okay, so again, we're just taking the white twine and we're gonna just do a bow. So this way I'm kind of able to show you what I showed you 3 or 4 different ways to do some of your bows tonight. And my team member, Debbie Rodriguez, we had a team meeting yesterday and we were going over different ways to do bows. And depending on the ribbon or the twine is how I switch up sometimes how I do my bows. And one of the ways I showed, she actually uses a fork, and I've heard of that, but it's fun to see how everybody does them differently. You can do bunny ears, you can just do the regular tying like I kind of just did, but now we're just going to put it on a glue dot. And if you can tell, I haven't taken it off the spool because I kind of wanted to see how long I wanted it. So I'm just going to kind of put it in the middle here, but make it a little bit big, okay? Because I separated it. Maybe I separated it too much. I don't know. But there we have it, you guys. So this is more of a straight bow versus the side bow. So let me try to see as is. All right, Coral says to leave it as is with no gems. So let me go ahead and bring back out, everybody, the cards that we did tonight. Okay, so you'll have to tell me, we'll do a little poll here. And remember, anybody who likes, comments, or sprinkles my page to other pages, make sure you put in there that if you have done that, comment that you've shared it for me. And you get put into a drawing to win these just by like, commenting, or sharing my page. Okay? That's how I am able to come on with you guys. I am trying to do this as a full-time business. And so that's why I so appreciate all of the love and support and choosing me to be your demonstrator. So what do you guys think? Which one is your favorite? Do you like 1, 2, well, actually we should do it in the order that we did it. So 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which is your favorite? Let me know. So again, everybody, I just want to thank you so much for coming on with me and getting some inspiration with the Sweet as a Peach set. If I have given you inspiration and you are interested in purchasing, just go to my online store. You can get there by going to terrybrummagem1.stampinup.net, or you can go to craftsalate.com. Click on Shop Now. The host code is always on the right-hand corner of my website. That's how we are able to get host rewards. So make sure you put that in there. That's how I'm able to come on and get you guys prizes and different things. So if you have any questions at all, again, if you spend $35 or more in my online store, then you get to have the kits to make these cards yourself. So again, thank you, thank you. I will be back on Saturday morning to do the jar that goes with this set. And just a final reminder, please, 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 if you are planning on coming to the Zoom live get together, you've got to go on and purchase your kit. And what's going to end up happening is I need you to at least purchase your kit, either one of the Kids Collection kits or one of the Paper Pumpkin kits. I have to see that you've ordered one in order to be invited to our Zoom, where we just grab our favorite beverage, come together, fellowship, and just hang out for an hour or two. And the first one that I'm going to be doing this Sunday, because I'm going to be doing one a month, is the Notes of Cheer card kit. It's the real pretty $12 butterfly one. So if you don't know where to start with the $12 one. We come together, but you can choose any of them. And what's fun is to have everybody share how they're different and if you have any questions, etc. So that needs to be done, since if you order it now, it may not get here in time because of shipping. So if you've at least ordered it, you can come on and fellowship with this, and it will be recorded so that when you do get your kit, you can do that at another time, but you can at least come in and fellowship and do show and tell, whatever, with us. So everybody go and have a rest of a wonderful July 7th. Happy birthday to my sister Billy, and my nephew's birthday Friday. Travis, happy birthday. And again, I will see you all Friday morning for a coffee and a card to do the really cute little mini jars that go with this set. Everybody, you have a blessed and wonderful, safe night. Bye-bye now.